There is no end to creepy stories, especially on the internet, and one of the internet's most famous creepy stories is that of the Slenderman. In this video we're going to be looking at the Slenderman, the myth, and the story behind it. Although the Slenderman is nothing more than a scary story or an urban myth of the internet, there are countless stories about him, countless people claiming they have seen him in real life, which is strange to say the least, as this is supposed to be just a story and nothing more. So what are these people seeing? The Slenderman is one of the well-known and truly terrifying mythical creatures out there. If you like a true bogeyman kind of character, the creature that will be hiding under your bed or in your closet, that kind of character. Descriptions of him describe him as being very tall, very thin, a man-like kind of shape, like a humanoid shape, with no eyes, no mouth, no ears, no facial features whatsoever, no hair, or no distinguishing features on his face or his head whatsoever. He's also said to have tentacles that protrude from his back, and his arms are said to be able to stretch when required, but also shorten if needed as well. And he's often spotted wearing a suit, which somehow just makes him a little bit creepier. He's often caught on camera by complete accident. When people take photos and are unaware he is near. He is often spotted near or around children. Although he does not seem to have a specific location to where you can find him, he does seem to hide more in wooded areas or forests, at times even blending into the forest background itself. No one knows if he just abducts or kills his victims, but people that are said to be taken by the Slenderman are never seen again. Anyone that does manage to escape are often traumatized for the rest of their life. There is reference to the Slenderman dating back thousands of years, where he's depicted on cave paintings. There was later images of him by a German woodcutter, Hans Frankenberg. His carvings are said to show the Slenderman, a very long, skinny, with tentacles coming off him, figure in his wood carvings. There's been a few interesting stories around the Slenderman, but one of the most famous incidents was that of the Henderson Horse Farm incident. This incident took place on a farm in Polk City, North Carolina in America. The farm was owned by Ted Henderson, his wife Judy, and his 6-year-old daughter Tracy. On the morning of June the 15th in 1953, the police were phoned by the Hendersons' neighbours as screams and gunshots could be heard coming from the house. When the police turned up to the house, they discovered the horses had been torn apart, and as the police entered the house, they could see fresh blood on some of the room's floors. As the police moved through the house, they finally found Ted Henderson barricaded behind a closed door. When entering the room, the police officers discovered Ted laid on the floor next to his dead wife, who had been killed by a single gunshot to the chest. When the police tried speaking to Ted, he didn't respond. He didn't even seem to notice anyone was in the room with him. He was quickly charged with the murder, but due to him not speaking and being in some kind of zombie state, he was admitted to the Jenkins Mental Hospital in Sandy Plains. Ted never said a word for 3 years, and then on the 3rd year anniversary of the incident, he said, "Skinny fella, suit, looking at me." Ted said that the skinny man had tried taking his wife and child, and that Judy begged Ted to shoot her, and he felt that he had saved her by doing so, but was unable to save his daughter. Just a few hours after the interview, Ted committed suicide. He was found later in his room. Ted's daughter, Tracy, has never been found, and it is still not known what happened to her. Other stories include a group of children that was taken in the 1980s. There is allegedly a photo or a couple of photos that claims to have the Slenderman in the background of this photo where these children were playing. It said that the Slenderman can be seen in the background just before these children disappeared. Most of the children have never been found, except one. It was found miles away from where he was abducted, and his body showed early signs of decay, indicating that he hadn't been dead for long and he'd been alive for the past few months. It was said by the coroner that the body was in a state of weird contortion and no cause of death was ever properly established. So although this is a story, what about the eyewitness accounts and the stories of this truly terrifying mythical creature? Well, have a think about it, because maybe the next time you're out late, maybe this time of year it's getting darker and you're on your own and you think you hear something behind you, but you think it's just in your head. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's something is behind you. Maybe it's something that's behind you and not someone. So perhaps, just perhaps, it might be the Slenderman. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys, on the Slenderman, the creepiness behind the story of the Slenderman, and the myth and the legend behind the whole story. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel so you can keep up to date with what we do, and I shall see you in the next video.